2025 in the year of our Lord. Hello, my name is OThaGreat. Y'all know who it is. We are here. Game 2 of the NBA Finals is tonight. Thank God for that. Once again, it's on. We are here. Studio audience is hype. Damn right they are with it. Oh, it is your favorite neighborhood, what is it? Smoker, basketball fiend, activist, black militant. That's me. I am here. I am here for all that. That is me. Game 1 of the NBA Finals was exquisite. It was exquisite like us basketball fans knew it would be. I cannot wait for Game 2 tonight, 7:30 Central Standard Time. And this, man, it's going to be a hell of a game. But we have to start in a unexpected. Would you cut it on? Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. We have to start in a very unexpected place today for High Off the Glass, right? This week, Wednesday of this week, kind of was a I feel like I lost a friend. I feel like a friend of mine. I feel like a friend of mine died. Very rough situation dealing with. So this is the deal, right? Let me give me some greenery out because I'm gonna need some green to get through this episode. All right, so as you all have heard on different, me speaking on it different times on this here airwaves from what is it again? This is High Off the Glass at Overtime Studios, 3119 Hampton Ave, St. Louis, Mo. This is where I do my show from. And I Monday through Friday, my daily routine, I listen to this amazing podcast. I listen to this amazing radio show on Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio, called Beadle Decker. I've mentioned it several times on the show. These people, what up? My girl Joanna's in the house. What up, Joanna? I listen to this show so much to the fact that September of last year, I was able to have the hosts of these people, have the host of this show, Beadle Decker, Michelle Beadle, Cody Decker, a.k.a. Lil Pete, had them on my show. The reason why they did my show is because they lost a bet. They didn't think the Celtics would get it done. Ding. They got it done last year. That was the bet. If they lost, they would have to be on my podcast. If they won, I would send them... I would send Cody party favors because he's a smoker like me, so I was going to send him that, and I was going to send Miss Beadle some soaps and some incense. These people were nice enough to be on my show, and I always said to myself that, I was going to have them on anyway. I legitimately was just going to have them on just to, I was going to send them their gifts just because I listened to these people Monday through Friday, y'all, and they've gotten me through a lot. I work second shift. My shift starts at 2:30. I wake up to these people's show. Their show starts at 11 a.m. It's 12 to 3 Eastern Standards, but here in St. Louis, it's 11 to 2. So I wake up to these people's show. I go to work at 2:30. I don't get off till 10:30. I wake up to these people's show almost every day, unless I got to take my daughter to school or somewhere else. And I've gained relationships from this show. I wouldn't call the host my friends, but they follow me on social media. That's currency. That's friendship currency in 2025 in this day and age. And along with the host, I've met some amazing and gained relationships with amazing callers. One of them's what up, Barry? One of them's peeping the show right now on IG. Her name is Joanna. She's from Arizona. This woman is an advocate of mine, and I love this woman because she's super smart. She's like my big sis. White woman from LA, I guess. I think you're from California, right, Joanna? This woman has kind of like become like my big sister and shit. And And along with her, you got Mac in Delaware. You got David in Maryland. There's a bunch of people I've become chilling, bro. I've I've become close to. Well, I wake up. In the last few weeks, I've been out of work and stuff, so I haven't been on that work schedule. So I got up, cut the show on like usual, and for some reason, they were talking about how they're done. There's no more them on Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio, and to me, I couldn't understand that. I thought they were joking because they joke like that a lot. They're very they have a dark sense of humor. The both of them. That's why they get along, and they've joked about stuff like this before. These people literally started right. They started doing the show August, I think 21st, 22nd. In 2023, it was the first day of my daughter's first day of sixth grade. That's when these people started. My daughter just finished seventh grade. What is it? At the end of May. End of May, she graduated from seventh grade. I'm proud of her, but my baby girl is getting big. So that's a whole nother thing I got to deal with. So, for that incomplete time from my daughter's sixth and seventh grade education, I've had this show. I've listened to it. I've grown apart. I've grown attached to it. Brother I just mentioned, Mac in Delaware, he does a show, Guru on Guru in Sports. You need to check it out. It's on Spreaker. Same place this show is. You guys need to check out Mac's show. He had a excellent breakdown of his relationship about Beadle Decker today on his show this morning. He does it on Sundays like I do. We're both busy men, so we got to do it whenever the hell we can. And, got the news. They were talking about it Wednesday, saying that, I guess, Stephen Coon Smith, a.k.a. Stephen Ass Smith, is coming back to Sirius XM. Now, granted, the man had, you ain't lying, Joanna. What is it? Supposedly, he had already been on the network, and it didn't work out because, he's not. How's he going to run he can't run a radio show like he runs a TV show, because the TV show he has final say. He gets to say and do whatever the hell he wants. So, he can make that as his. The radio show's a little bit different. Plus, being able to capture a podcast / radio audience is very hard. Very hard. It's not an easy thing to do. So they had him on there already. It failed. So now I guess, but they had to bring him back. And I don't like, number one, that I don't like the fact that Beadle and Decker are being replaced by Stephen Coon Smith. This dude says nothing, does nothing. And the thing that's amazing about it, and that's most disheartening about it, he's sandwiched in between two douchebag old white men that say the same shit over and over again. Now, one of them isn't an old man. He's his name is Adam Shine. He's like 2 years older than me, so he's not that old. I'm 45, so he's not that old. The other one is Mad Dog Sport, Christopher Russo, the person that the station is named after. Just whatever you expect old white men takes to be, these guys have them. Shine a little less so, but Shine makes up for he basically has the same takes as every fucking body else. Like I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do it. I was literally trying to do it. I can't even do it. I got hooked into Mad Dog Sports Radio because of Adam Shine. Like I said, he was similar in age. I could not get with Russo. I'm from Massachusetts. I did not grow up with him and what is it, Mike, that fat bastard he does the show with. I didn't grow up with either one of them. And when I listened to Francesa by himself, it doesn't sound too good. It sounds low key, just like a old racist white man. That's what it sounds like. When I listen to Russo by himself, sometimes he sounds like that. Sometimes he's funny as hell. Sometimes he has takes you wouldn't expect. But the one thing that that him and Shine are all about is they're corporate overlords. That's all they care about is their corporate overlords. They don't give a shit about the listeners. They don't give a shit about the callers. Whatever the corporation tells them to do and say, they'll do it. And that is why Stephen Coon-ass Smith is being brought on. This dude is a clone of these two. If you think for 2 seconds that this is diversity now, oh God, Joanna from Arizona makes a great point on IG. She says that Adam Shine has an ego. His ego is so huge. The man yells at people that take the time out of their day to call his effing show, and he yells at them because their take isn't the exact same as his. The only calls he likes are takes that are the exact same as his. And if it's something he didn't think about already, if it makes sense, he may give you props, he may not. I just hate the fact that you had a voice with Beadle and Decker that were different. You know, they didn't sound like they worship their corporate overlords like Adam, like Shine and like Russo and like Stephen A does. Because Stephen A, another reason why I don't respect this dude, he's made his bread off of bashing black athletes. He doesn't do this to white athletes. He doesn't do this to white CEOs or white team governors who have these teams and are shitty, or Mr. Dana White, who can beat the shit out of his wife in public on New Year's Eve, but has to have his back. Has to have a sorry ass Jerry Jones's back. That racist son of a bitch that runs the Cowgirls. Because they pay him. He's a suck up to the money. I'm not a capitalist. Okay, I don't like capitalism. I hate it. I hate it in every way, shape, or form that it is. I can't stand the shit. I don't like capitalism in any way, shape, or form. The fucked up part is if you live in America and are living on the grid, you have to have some type of capitalistic mindset to somewhat make it. I disagree. I mean, you actually don't have to have that, but the fucked up part is, unless you own your own business, or like I said, live off the grid, you got to work for one of these bastards. And the effed up part is, unless you're independently wealthy, or you got a spouse that takes care of you, you got to work for these people. And these people, if you haven't noticed, with this current administration, they are backing this bastard 100% because they think, actually, they don't give a shit that the people want him. They don't give a fuck about that. They're backing this bastard Dump because Dump is for them. That big beautiful bill that they got floating around the Senate right now, which they're trying to get, they're trying to have it pass the Senate and get up to Dump's desk. That thing does nothing for the middle class and nothing for poor Americans. The only thing it does is it doesn't tax your little shitty wages that you get from working at a restaurant as a server. Wow. That's great. That's a good thing. I guess that helps the servers. How about you set something aside where the servers can go back to school and get that education that they had to stop because life happened? How about you do that? Because who the fuck wants to be a goddamn waitress or waiter for the rest of their fucking lives? No fucking body. You know what I mean? But, that's the big, beautiful bill. But to go back to adjust. Can I get a lighter, please, sir? Mine's in the whip. To go back to the Beadle and Decker aspect of this is that these people did not suck the teat of the NFL, of Sirius XM, thank you, sir, of corporate overlords. They talked about what they wanted to talk about in the manner and in the time that they wanted to talk about it. That's what I liked about the show. Mad Dog Sports Radio just tries to ram football down your fucking throat. Just ram it down. It can be May. It can be August. I'm sorry. August, I guess, is you got training camp. So it can be fucking march and they will ram football down your effing throat. It's quite disgusting. And for someone like me who and for those of you that would like to call in, if you all have any takes, any opinions on this, you can call in 515-599-1687, 515-599-1687 for the folks in the back, 515-599-1687. For people like me who only like football when their team is playing and half-ass and for real hate the NFL because they're racist as shit and they've never apologized or tried to right their wrong behind that. I don't give a shit about football outside of football season. I could care less. I actively try to avoid it. And again, I'm a basketball fiend. Baseball is kicking ass right now, is in full swing. I can't even focus on baseball until the NBA is over. I just can't. Will the WNBA stop me from watching baseball? Hell no, because the WNBA is good sometimes. And not every game is good like the NBA. But man, it's just I just can't stand when corporations try to tell us how to think and feel. And that is exactly what's happened with the silencing of Beadle Decker. Now, again, I'm number one thing that's pissed off is they're being replaced by that coon. Okay, the other thing that pisses me off about this is how shitty it was done. Like, what in the hell professional organization fires you on social fucking media? This is I know these people are they're sports media they're sports media folks. They have to deal with social media 24/7. They're in sports media. But that doesn't mean that, basic decencies for hiring and firing, they didn't get hired through social fucking media. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't be like, you know what, we like your tweets. You're hired, Cody Decker. You're hired, Michelle Beadle. We miss you. We haven't seen you in a while. No, that ain't how the fuck it went. Somebody agent called somebody. Stuff was worked out. It was just so unprofessional. The way they found out was through Hollywood Reporter on Twitter. And then dumbass Adam Shine, we got the big three back together about the fucking sell out come on itself, because that's what dude is about. That's all he's about is corporations and selling the fuck out. That's all Shine is a big, huge sellout. So is Russo. Just huge fucking sellouts. They don't stand for anything. They stand for whatever the fuck their bosses tell them to stand for. You have to find out through social media and through some jagoff saying it on their show before your show starts. What the fuck is this? In what world? In what fucking world? I'm so pissed off for them. These people. I don't know these folks. You know what I mean? They're not my fucking buddies. You know what I'm saying? But I've listened to them 5 days a week for the damn near full 2 years since August 2023. I've listened to every fucking episode that these people have put out. I have listened to it. I have digested it. I've sucked it in. And these people, I'll get to that part in a minute. But it's just, why would you do something like that? Why would you do some people like that? And from a listenership from a show that got faster on Mad Dog, got bigger on Mad Dog faster than any other show, had a huge following of listeners and callers, and I truly believe this was outperforming every show on that fucking channel. I really think it does. And just like Netflix, how Netflix hides, such and such numbers. Oh, the new I can't even think of the new on Netflix. I'll say what is it? I Think You Should Leave. The new season of I Think You Should Leave, because I love that show. I Think You Should Leave has such and such numbers, but they don't put it out. They don't put out the ratings. Same thing with Sirius XM. The exact same effing thing. They don't put out the ratings, so you're left to your own devices with that. But the things I said blew up faster than any other show on Mad Dog. That's correct. Huge listener and caller fan base. That's 100%. That's 100% correct. I mean, the last 2 days that they had shows, which was Wednesday and Thursday of this week, right? I'm an everyday caller. These people bless me enough to let me be the last caller of the show. Meaning that when they do a final break, and when they come back from their final break, they do reflections. Reflections is really cool. It's like whatever they're reflecting on for that day or something, and it's like a great way to... I've never heard any other show do this. It's excellent. It's excellent. I wanted to steal it, but I didn't know how to steal it right. It's just so good what they do. Before they take that last commercial break and then get in reflections, they take, they fill the show, they take calls. They let me be the last caller of the day. Now, granted, it worked out for me because of my work schedule. I don't start listening I don't wake up until 11. I don't start, I'll be honest with you, I cut the show on a little after 11 because I'm not trying to listen to commercials. I get commercials. I get commercials in my food. I get commercials in my shows. I get commercials on my every fucking where it's commercials on my phone. I don't need... If I can avoid commercials on my TV and on my Sirius XM, guess what? I do the shit. I do it because I can. And so when I would call in, it always kind of fell where my call would be towards the end of the show. And it started to be they would take my call last of the show, and that just became a thing. It became a thing so much that I kind of felt they got sick of it. I thought they got sick of taking my call, to end the show. But they didn't, because they kept letting me, even though I would jump in their DMs and ask them. They wouldn't say shit. But well, no, that's not true. Cody Decker did. I asked him one time, and Cody said, "Nope, dude, keep doing your thing." Da, 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 da. He gave me props, encouraged me. So and then again, I felt the hate from other callers because guess what? Y'all know me. I'm jealous of B&D. Yeah, that was a problem. Other hosts were prop threat. Oh yeah, definitely. Joanna from Arizona says that other hosts were threatened, and I believe that, Joe, but I believe the jealousy more. They were more jealous of B&D, and even bigger than that, they saw supposedly all Sirius XM cares about is brands. That's all they care about. You can't be an up and comer on Sirius XM. They don't work like that. You have to be established. You have to be known, and you have to have such and such followers on all this bullshit for them to even look in your direction. So I think the main reason is because they were able to get this douchebag, and he wants that slot. So boom, they gave it to him. So jealousy and them wanting to get that supposedly big wig douchebag back on their thing. Then why were they hired in the first place? Exactly, they were hired in the first place, Joe, because at that time they couldn't get dude. They couldn't get him, and again, you got to remember the 2 years ago when they were hired, he was on the network 3 years before that and failed. I think 2 or 3 years before that and failed. His show was shitty. So, but I digress. I just hate the fact that I'm gonna have to start my work days without these people. I hate the fact that a nuanced, intelligent, measured, calculated voice has been taken off the airwaves. These people didn't just shoot from the hip. Well, maybe a little bit. But when they shot from the hip, they were on the right side of history every time. Every time. And I'm sorry, you know what I think about this? They don't want independent thinkers like the rest of corporate media. Exactly, Joe. That's 100% correct. And I'll tell you something else, Joanna. I'm taking it here because look around you. And if you question what I'm about to say, call in, hit me up on social media, OThaGreat, OThaGreat, Twitter, Facebook, High Off the Glass, the spell THA on Twitter, IG. That's my only page on IG. If Kamala Harris wins the November election, Beadle and Decker are still employed at Sirius XM. I 1,000,000% believe that. I would have to hear a very strong argument to the contrary. I would have to probably listen to that bastard Scott Greenstein, who got rid of these two. The only diversity you had on the station. Everything else is all white men. Everything is all effing white men on that show, on that network. If you had different, because see, this is how people are, right? And it's so sad. The people that are for bad shit in treating people like crap, they're out in front right now because the leadership is what's in the White House. And when we had Biden, when we had other leaderships, when we had Obama, good was pushed to the forefront. You had a lot of folks that were for good and for humanity and for people and da-da-da-da-da. Since that's out, good is out, evil is in. I 1,000,000% believe that is an axis of this. That this is a repercussion. That is Cody and Decker being silenced is a repercussion of that. You can't have you have an administration right now that is literally weaponizing. They're weaponizing. What up, Rafe? They're weaponizing arms of government. No, not fucking they. President fucking Dump is weaponizing the arms of the government to attack different people that he wants to fucking attack. And the 15 million of you that sat this out, oh, you people. But I think you're starting to see. We're only 6 months in. We're only 6 months into this administration. We're only 6 months into this administration. Justin, you should have voted for fucking Harris instead of your goddamn self. I'm calling out. I call out people. I say shit like this. I just truly feel. No, you're not unbiased. You shouldn't have voted for yourself. That doesn't help anybody. I'm so pissed off. I can't even smoke my fucking L. I can't even smoke my L. I'm so pissed. And you gotta really make O mad to piss him off where he can't smoke. I really believe that if Harris had won like she was supposed to, and we could have made history in this country, and the world could have been proud of us like they would have been, instead of fucking pissed off at us and embarrassed of us. And if you think I'm playing, have you seen in Switzerland? Have you seen in Germany? Have you seen in different countries across the world how they protest against this orange son of a bitch? Do y'all see it? Because they're doing it. They're doing it in other countries. So it's just this authoritative government that we have is literally tyrannistic, authoritative government that is not for the people. That is literally for how much money can we get and how many corporations can we make rich while we got this power. In this current climate, this is where we lose. And here's the thing, don't get me fucked up. Beadle and Decker weren't goddamn, they weren't flower powered 70s fucking hippies and shit, or Black Panthers like me, or super liberal Democrats. They weren't, you know what I'm saying? They weren't that. Now, if you ask them their political, and I did on my show, yes, they were Democratic like me. They leaned left like I did, which was great to effing hear. But they were the opposite of everything else on that channel. Everything else on that channel is conservative. Everything is right-leaning. Everything is, man, fuck your opinion. I'm the host. What I say matters. You know, there's only one other person on that network that I like, and I don't know if I'm probably not going to listen to him no more. His name is Tom Byrne. Tom Byrne would actually let you talk when you called, right? And he would let you say your point, even if he disagreed with you. Unlike the the main people on that, Russo and Shine on there. And I just really hate the fact that I can't have my. I said this a couple. I said this actually last summer. I said this last summer when I called in their show. Right when the Olympics rolls around, it's a great time for me. I really love it. I remember. God, this is gonna hurt. In 2018 when my sister passed away, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep that night. My wife and I, we were going through some stuff, so I wasn't even living at home. I was living at my grandmother's house, who had just died about a month earlier. So she had died a month earlier. So I was having problems with my wife, so I was sleeping at my grandmother's home, and it was the Winter Olympics. Winter Olympics were going on. It's 2:00 in the morning, and I use the Olympics. The Olympics to me are a nice warm sports blanket that you can put on yourself whenever you need the comfort of sports. And I did that. I was doing that in 2018 when my sister passed away, and then got a call about 20 minutes later that she was in the hospital. She hadn't passed away yet, but she was going to pass the next day. We didn't know that yet. But it's 2:00 in the morning. I'm trying to make myself feel better with the Winter Olympics with sports, and then boom, I get this horrible call. I called Beadle and Decker and told them last year when the Summer Olympics were going on, my favorite Olympics. The Olympics are a great sports blanket. You can just put it on yourself whenever you feel the need that you need some sports, whenever you need to escape from whatever the fuck you're dealing with, and you need some athleticism, you need some competition, you want to see two people compete over something you don't even understand. That's Olympics. And I said it to Beadle and Decker. They were the Olympics are my sports blanket. Beadle and Decker are my they're my radio sports blanket, man. Like that's what they were. Like when I needed to when I needed, or you know what? No, fuck that. That's what the Olympics are. The Olympics are the sports blanket. They were my sports energy drink. That's what the fuck they were. Every day when I would start my day, I would, and if Beadle was on vacation or Cody was trapped on one side of the country trying to get to the other because he got screwed over by JetBlue, a flight that should have took 5 hours, ended up taking fucking 12. Man, that was a funny ass episode, but that was not a good day for my dude. I would no matter who's on that show, I would use that show to give me the sports energy I needed to catapult my day, to get me started. And I don't have that anymore, man. Like it sucks. Like the only other closest thing to it is Levitar show. Levitar with Stu Gatz. Levitar show with Stu Gatz. That's the only other thing to it. But Levitar show don't want to hear your opinion. They don't give a shit about what you think. They just want you to listen. They don't give a fuck about your opinion. There's one caller listener. His name is Juju. I kind of thought I was the Juju of Beadle and Decker, who broke through. He was a listener. He was a listener of that show, and he was able to break through enough where they gave a shit about what he thought. So they had him come on the show, and he would come on the show. Now he had like a role. He would be in and out. Now he comes on almost every day at the end of the show. Sound familiar? To give his takes on and what YouTube thought of the show, because they do the show every day on YouTube. And that's another voice that got silenced by corporate overlords. Disney, ESPN did not want to just out and out cancel his show because they knew how big his show was. So they just made it worse and worse and worse for him, where he said, "Oh, you know what? Fuck you. All right, I'm up. All right, bye." So, he wasn't here for the bullshit. So that is that's kind of where we're at right now. I gotta now for my sports energy drink in the morning. I'm gonna have to rely on them, and it's gonna suck because there's no. It's a one way street. You just listen. That's it. You get on there, and you get on YouTube, and you throw your little chat in, or you throw your little comment on Twitter. They'll probably ignore it. It's one dude doing their social media juju. He does the best he can. But if it's something that they agree with, if it's just, man, it's just, I just lost my sports energy drink, and more importantly, much more importantly, crucial voices that needed to be heard in 2025 have been silenced. Number one, they didn't deserve that because they were the best thing going on that entire channel. Number two, you want to hear voices like this in times like this. You don't want. I mean, unless you're a corporate stooge, unless you're a stooge and you like this shit, and you like this administration, and you like being told what to think and drink and say and eat and act, and you like that, then you're happy for this. But I'm not that. I'm a free thinker. I'm for the people. I'm pro-black. I'm pro-women. I'm pro-kids. I'm anti-racism. And this is this sucks. It's horrible. Joanna just said something amazing on IG, and the sister's 100% correct because she always is. We want real people, not fake fucking losers. I added the fucking. That's just what it is. Last thing I'd like to say too, right? Major super shout out, David in Maryland, Chad in San Antonio. My God, dude, you are it. Jenkins, Kevin in Texas, Tweezy in LA, Ryan in Green Bay, Crybaby in Colorado, man, and Corey in Colorado, and Crybaby in Colorado is what's Dan in Denver, and then to even the racist ones, Crybaby Colorado, Dan in Denver, Corey in Colorado, and Christian in Syracuse. Even the racist fucking callers. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I say the reason why I know they're racist is because nothing they said on air is just stuff I would get from them on social media. And in Crybaby in Colorado, he definitely let his feelings be known. But even those folks are hurt by this. But I just want to say to them, and most sincerely to David in Maryland, Mac in Delaware, and Joanna in Arizona, like, man, I'm going to miss your calls, right? Joanna, when you would have to flip your whole effing day around. This is the fun thing I like to do, right? I would like to. I played a game when I would listen to Beadle Decker, right? Oh my God! Thank you so much. In Cologne, in New Jersey, who I lost the Celtics Knicks series bet to. Thank you, Joe. Oh God, I would have felt bad. Lance in Mass. Oh yeah, in Lamar in Massachusetts, who I thought was my best friend that I grew up with, named Lamar, but definitely not him. That's another dude. But Cologne in New Jersey, they do so dope. Like, I would play a game when I would listen to Beadle and Decker, and I would just be like, who's going to call in today? Like, I wonder who's going to call in. Like, who's going to be the caller? And I would always be hoping Joanna would call in, but Joanna, for her to call, she would have to flip-flop her whole effing day. You know what I'm saying? Just for her to get through. What up, Christian with a K?
Hey, baby, what's good?
What up, baby? How you living?
I'm trying to hide and shit.
Yeah, you good. you good, babe. But what is it? I would always like hope that, maybe Joanna would call or such and such would call or something. And I'll tell you somebody else, Vincenzo in Indianapolis, Vincent in Indiana. I wonder how you doing, brother. I hope you can. Ain't no way you can hear me. Well, no. Hopefully you can hear me. And I want to say this. I want to say this formally. I'm going to reach out to all of y'all on text messages, and and Kevin in Texas. Got to shout out Kevin in Texas. Um, I'm going to reach out to y'all on social media or text messaging. Oh, definitely. I'm going to. I want to have you guys on the show when the NBA finals are over. I want to have you all on the show just to reminisce about B&D and talk about sports and talk about your lives and see what's going on. And yes, I did say Vincent and Indy before you said it, Joanna, and definitely Craig in Canada. Dude, Craig, your jokes, man. I'm not gonna front. When you first started doing your jokes, I couldn't hear them. I couldn't catch the punchline all the way. I didn't get it, but they laughed, so it must have been good. But when I was able to catch the punchline, dude, especially that one where you said your wife's dildo was named OThaGreat, man, right on, dude. Right on, man. I thought that was excellent. And Tony and Dallas definitely, damn. Yeah, Joanna. Joe, when I do these shows where I have when I have callers come in, I need you to do those shows with me, okay? Because your memory might be better than mine, and I want you to co-host those shows with me. Does that work for you? Can you co-host those shows for me when we do after the NBA Finals? We do Beadle Decker listener shows. Can you? All right, I'm waiting for you to respond now, Joe. All right, now this girl's so quick to type in. My sister loved to type in shit on IG. Now I want her to say something. She ain't saying shit. But yeah, I definitely want you to host those shows with me. I got to have you do that. But yeah, Craig, you definitely grew on me. Tony in Dallas, man. Bet. Okay, Joe was with it. Cool. Tony in Dallas, man, he always had to have like he always had like to have the grandiose take. Like that was my man's thing, was to have the most grandiose take and try to encapsulate it all. Like, dude, go ahead with that. But that was Tony's thing. Tony did it. I ain't mad at dude. Shit. The fucked up part is I feel, I don't know about Tony, but somebody like me who worshiped that show like I did, my man went to Italy, had a nice fucking vacation in Italy, comes back from Italy and his goddamn show is canceled. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he tried to jump on Wednesday, and I'm not sure if he tried to jump on Thursday. I would have, and he was like a damn near everyday caller like me. You know what I'm saying? I'd be so like so hurt if I was not able to get on. And for those of you that may be feeling that type of way, that you're hurt because you weren't able to get on the last few episodes of Beadle Decker, I get it. But tap in with me when we do these episodes, because you can get all that stuff you need to get out. You can get it out with me. So, we can do that. So yeah, I was thinking that Tony too, about Tony. Yeah, like Joe. Here's the funny part with Tony, right? Him and I were texting Wednesday, as I was trying to call to get on. So like, he was trying to call, couldn't get on. I was trying to call, couldn't get on. I finally was able to get on, got put on hold. I think he got put on hold too. And that's why I said on that Wednesday episode, I was trying to keep it brief because they said they had 2 and I thought they were going to go to 2, but they let me close out the show, which was excellent. I appreciate that. But I was really trying to be brief, but I couldn't because I had so much fucking shit to say. And man, I'm sorry if I got in anybody's way, but Tony and I were texting as we were trying to fucking, get on the show, and once we got on, trying to wrap our minds around, hold up, there ain't no more Beadle Decker? Wait, what the fuck? Like, it's just, yeah, man. Yeah. All right, so, say that. I got a little bit of show left, so I guess I'll talk sports. Man, wow, I did not... I'm going to tell y'all like this, man. I'm going to tell y'all like this. This is the first year in 5 years that I haven't done my NBA Finals live watch party. This is the first year I haven't done it, and I was upset about it, right? But I took solace in reveled, reveled, whatever the fuck, Why when I say rebel, I think I'm a fucking rebel in a Civil War, Confederate Army. Dukes of Hazzard out this bitch. Anyway, I love the fact that I was able to sit at home and watch the finals in my basement on my couch, eating the food I wanted to eat. You know, not at a bar, not at an event space, doing a live, fucking show, live watch party, which I've done for the last 4 years, and it's felt great from 2021 to last year. Boom. Did an NBA Finals live watch party because the NBA Finals is my Super Bowl. This is it. There's nothing bigger than the NBA Finals to me. This is the most important thing. So I love having it, and I love doing it. I did not think I'd be more sad about a podcast, a radio show ending, than me not being able to do my event. I'm more sad about that. I really am. Because again, this NBA Finals only comes once a year, so I can only do my event once a year. But the show is every day, and Friday there was no episode. Friday there was no episode at all. What is it? And they let that guy from New York actually talk about lacrosse. Yeah, you ain't lying. Jim the hippie from Ohio. Oh yeah, man. Oh, Jim. Fudge. And I gotta find him. Did you look? I think his thing on. I know Cody said it's Red Sox Forever on Twitter, but man, when I looked, I could not find dude. I'm gonna have to maybe if I look through my DMs that Lil Pete sent me, I can find because I gotta find Jim in Ohio was the shit. That was a real motherfucker right there. I loved him, but I'm just hurt, man. Like this everyday thing that I had for, and that's the thing, right? Oh, why do you give a shit? It's just a radio show. Oh, why you tripping? You only had it for like not even a full 2 years. Oh, why you tripping? Them folks went black. Oh, why you tripping? They didn't know you. Oh, why? Well, first off, they did know me. And oh, why do you give a fuck? It was just a radio show. It was more than that. The community, the listeners, the callers, they made it special. And those hosts, like they made it feel like, because I don't know about y'all, and if you know about it, let me know. Hell, I don't know too many radio shows. Maybe Clay. What was that brother's name? Clay something. He has a show on Urban View. I know that show has a great following. The show before him with Joe Madison, his show had a great following, viewership, listenership. But just tell me how many shows I can go to where I can call and I can feel like I'm a part of the show. Just tell me those. Tell me how many radio shows or national radio shows all across. I'm sorry, this show was on Sirius XM on the app, so you can listen to it anywhere in the world. So anywhere that had internet. So you tell me. The show attracted real, intelligent, interesting, and cool people from all walks of life. It actually did. Like, she's right. It really did that. Like, that's a repercussion of those hosts are the type of people that would listen to that show. Just like the repercussion of this administration that you idiots voted for, or that you folks that, wanted to stick your head in the sand, that you didn't vote against. The repercussion is what we're seeing now. Stuff that's going on in LA. Poor random people being snatched from their families. Kids being taken from mothers. I got, my people have a history of that. It happened here. Y'all know what it was. So, I mean, it's just effed up. I mean, you get repercussions in different ways, right? And ramifications from different ways. The ramifications from Beadle and Decker were good, all positive. But the way it was taken away wasn't. So, all right. So we got a little bit of show left. I did not think I was going to go that long. I thought I was just going to do like 20, 30 minutes. I did not think it was going to be that long on Beadle and Decker, but they deserve more. They deserve better from shitty Sirius XM. My membership is already my subscription is already paid for the year, so I'm not going to cancel it now. But there's no way in fuck I'm renewing that thing in December. No way in hell. There's no reason to. There's literally no reason to. I love Rock the Bells Radio, Kevin Hart Radio, and Urban View. I love those three, but yeah, no, can't even do it. All right, NBA Finals. Let's jump into it. Let me hit this. Game one was a classic. It didn't seem like that, but if you know sports, and you know sports do not end until you see 0-0-0. I don't give a shit if it's the Stanley Cup Finals been good, like as we knew they would be. Matter of fact, let's watch this. Watch this. Hey, Just, you watching the Stanley Cup Final? Yeah, I knew it. Are you serious? Wow, it's been so good. Yeah, see. Yeah, I don't say who got it. I know it was Marciano, bitch ass. No, yeah, forget him. I don't mess with him. Yeah, he did. Well, he did it for Boston, but now huh? Yeah, yeah. There you go. There you go. But was that against the Blues though? Because we played y'all in the Stanley Cup Finals, right? In 15. Okay. All I know is I just wanted to ask him because he's so St. Louis, and I figured he wouldn't have watched it. Mike in the OC. Oh yeah, Mike in the OC, man. Love you too, man. Heck yeah. I didn't really think he messed with me, Joe. To be honest with you, I knew Mike in the OC before from Twitter Spaces. He used to be on Spaces. Anytime there was like a basketball space, Mike would be on there talking his old school shit. So that's how I knew Mike. I didn't even know Mike from no Sirius XM bullshit radio. I knew him from Twitter Spaces. So heck yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to ask Just that because I know all Just knows is local sports. But the Stanley Cup Finals have been great. Game one, I don't understand how you could turn the ball over as many times as Indy. Indy turned the ball over a good 20 sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They turned the ball over 20 times and then won in the end. And the thing that was so crazy about that ending, freaking Halliburton he's been having a bad game. All he did was pass. You know what I'm saying? All he did throughout the game was pass. He made some timely passes, don't get me wrong, but there was a lot of shots he should have took, and he didn't. He wasn't aggressive. The only time he was aggressive when it was out of a timeout, and it was fresh in his head. Other than that, he wasn't aggressive as he should. And when he tried to be aggressive, OKC was kind of ready for it. So this game too, but I say that to say this. For you to still come and be ready, and D Wade said it perfectly, I guess, on a new, because, everybody and their mama got a fucking podcast now. Y'all, they're multi-millionaires. Why the fuck do they need podcasts? Like, I don't get it. But anyway, like D Wade said, from a clip, I guess, from his new podcast, to be out of rhythm the whole, and not having a good game, and still to be able to step up and take a shot like that. All the things I thought after I saw it, and me and my wife were just watching the shit yelling. Like it was number one, it was so fun to watch it with her, and number two, it was so fun to hear because my wife don't fucking. What is it? She's not a sports fiend, but she grew up with it with her father and her brothers, so she know what sports is. You know what I'm saying? She don't watch it, but she knows moments. You know what I mean? Like, she knows moments, and she knows when she can kind of, from being around the shit, from osmosis, from her family, from being around the shit all her life. My wife knows when some big shit is about to happen. Like, she can fucking tell, because like she stops talking and she pays more attention. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Or she starts talking more because she gets hyper. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them two things. And that's how that was. Like, that was a fucking moment. Like, for my man to step up, take that shot, drain that bitch, and then had the confidence to talk shit afterwards and all. Like, man, I get it. It's easy to talk shit after you make the shot, but it's another thing to be ballsy enough to even take the shot. Just to take the shot. Take the shot. You know what I'm saying? Shout out John Travolta, Pulp Fiction. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be a man to do that, and my man did it. You know what I'm saying? I give him props for that. I give them props for taking that shot. I know one thing. OKC, if you want to win, what is it? We're gonna need more than what is it? Shea Gildress to get over 20 points. Nobody else. The closest to the 20 points was besides Shea getting 38 was Jalen Williams getting 17. You know what I'm saying? And then Lou Dort had 15, which was crazy. But the reason why Lou Dort had them 15, because they kept leaving them wide open for them threes, because you don't think Lou Dort can shoot. He can shoot better now. He used to shoot like Josh Hart. He don't do that no more. He can shoot now. Like Lou Dort can low-key shoot. So guess what, Indy? You better guard that motherfucker. You better get out there and guard that man, because that brother can hit that motherfucking shot. And the one thing about Lou Dort got deep for your ass. Like that dude, how this man has not been on an all defensive number one all defensive team in the NBA is beyond me and disgusting. It makes no sense. Like who judges this shit? Like Lou Dort is one of the best defenders in the league, and it's been that for about the last 3-4 years. No, I'm sorry. At least the last 4, you know what I'm saying? Like, that dude is cold-blooded on defense. So, and he got, man, for him to be able to play D like that and shoot, I got to give it to him. Just how much more longer I got? Am we still live? We still going? We do another 30. Yeah, we don't need to do another 30. Yeah, we don't need to do another 30. I'm going to wrap it up right now with this. All I know is if you have an Indiana team where your best player, who I think is Siakam, 19, Neesmith with 10, Miles Turner with 15, Nembhard with 14, Halliburton with 14. You got that, and you got Obi Toppin off the bench. Obi Toppin hit 5 threes. That dude was, and he was turning the ball over so much. Like that was what was so wild about Obi Toppin, right? Obi kept turning the ball over, kept turning it over, but still was able to hit them. Had the presence of mind and was able to these professional. You know what? Hey, Just, let me do that 30. Let me do that. I got to do a little 30. I didn't think I was going to do it. I got to do another 30. I got to get this basketball shit out. I got to get it out. For Obi, these professional athletes and the shit that we put these people through and the way we put these people through the goddamn mud. And for my mother, who always said this, and I think she said this out of jealousy, and she said this out of really truly believing it. And really, truly believing it, these athletes are overpaid and no, these people deserve it. For you to have the shitty of game like Obi was having. Obi was turning the ball over. He was getting scored on and da-da-da-da-da. But what'd he do when he was butt naked behind that goddamn three-point line? Wow. What'd he do in the corner? He forgot butt naked. Wow. He was bussing. They could not stop Obi Toppin. It was great. The man ended with 17 points coming off the motherfucking bench. Dude, what are we doing? What do we do? That's dope. That's dope. 5 of 8 from 3, 6 of 9. Field goal? 6 of 9. Field goals? Good. 70%. Dude shot 70%, and that's off the bench. I just, this Indiana team, they are favored. They are favored today. Last time I saw it, I think it's plus 320 or plus 380. That means if you put $100 on their ass, you're going to win $380 if the odds are plus 380. You know what I'm saying? They are so underrated by Vegas. It is stupid. Coming into this NBA final, if you would have put, they were plus 550. If you would have put $100 on them, you would have won $550. And they have been showing it all year. I said it on Beadle Decker over and over and over again. I'll say it again, and I've said it on High Off the Glass. I will say it again. This team is pissed off from last season. They're mad at how it ended. I'm telling you, y'all, do not sleep on these Pacers. Do not sleep on these Pacers. I repeat, do not sleep on these Pacers. Now, I did bet on the Pacers last game. I did not bet them to win because I did not think they could win game 1. I thought they could if they were going to steal it. If they were going to get a game in OKC, I figured it would be game 1 plus. They have had less rest than the Thunder, so I figured but I wasn't ballsy enough to put it on it. I did player props, played myself. I did the player props because the player props is what led me wrong. If I just would have picked them and shortened some of my player props, I would have been good. Oh, Coy in the house. What up, my brother? How you living, famo? Good to see you. Please let me know what you need, and I will get back with you whatever you need on the home front or in the neighborhood, and definitely tap in with you at one of your meetings. Please let me know when your next meetings are. But I just want to see. I want to see Matherin. This is somebody else, right? Who needs to come off this bench and do something? Because did I? Yeah, I picked Matherin to do something. You know, he was part of my player prop last game. I lost that. You know what I'm saying? I was mad about that, but this man only had 5 points in 16 minutes to play last game. Like, bro, they need more out of you. You are a better player than that. I get why you didn't do much in Game 6 against the Knicks, because the Knicks were pissed off at how good you were in Game 5, so they kind of shut you down. And that was it for you. And I get it, because you had your Game 5 was outstanding. But Matherson, another Canadian product, just like SGA, just like Nembhard, is damn good. He is one of those role players that you have to win a game. So Matherin, please give them more off the bench. And I gotta say this about Miles Turner, right? Miles Turner finished the game with 15 points. Should have got the double-double. 9 boards, 5 of 10, only 50%, and two of 5 from 3. 5 of 10 field goals, 2 of 5 from 3. His shots came more so in the second half and were timely and were right what we needed and right on time. Props to Miles Turner, man. Miles Turner, like that one bank shot he had, you know what I mean? That was like at the wing and shit. It was in the fourth quarter. I was like, there's no way in hell. Boom, banks it. I don't know if he called bank. He ain't have to. That shot was sick. They needed it. OKC, y'all, like, today, I need a sounder. Where's the motherfucking sounder there? This game today will probably be better than Game 1, which was excellent and I think a classic, but will be better because OKC got punched in the mouth. They did not expect the Pacers to do them like this, but they did. So they're going to be ready to be punched in the mouth. You had your star center, who everybody, not everybody, because we look at Chet and we wonder, look, are you big enough to deal with this? Are you big enough and strong enough to handle this league? I really thought that. I wasn't sure about him. He's been playing great. He's been playing great all season. He's been having the game that you want him to have. This man only has 6 fucking points. The dude's 7'2". 7'2", 7'3". How you that big and you only got 6 points? And here's the most telling part: 6 boards. You know why? Because he didn't play that much. They had to take him out a lot. And when he was out there, they boxed him out. Look here. OKC. I don't want OKC to win. I picked Indy in 7. I did that ahead of time. I did it on this here show. You don't believe me? Feel free to go back on IG. Last episode before the final started, and you can see it. Go back to the episode of My City, My Music, or my YouTube channel, High Off the Glass, and you can see it. I picked them before this, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. And this is the other thing where OKC played themselves, right? This is the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're the fucking home of the most valuable player, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Won the most games out of everybody in the NBA. Like, nobody in the National Basketball Association won more games than OKC. Why the fuck would they not start their starter in Hartenstein? Why would you not start Isaiah? And then you start Carson Wallace. Carson Wallace is a effing guard. He's a guard. And they started him at center. I don't know why. The explanations... I kind of heard them, but they didn't even the explanations were so stupid, and they didn't even register in my brain, so I couldn't even remember them, and I didn't hear that many explanations. It made no motherfucking sense. There was no reason for you to take out your starting center, Hartenstein, who you just got from the Knicks. You paid him more money because the Knicks wanted, and the Knicks definitely could have used, dude. You know what I'm saying? You saw how it went. They could have used him minutes from Hartenstein. Knicks wanted to keep him. OKC pays him more money. He goes to Oklahoma. Makes more sense. Makes sense to everybody. Like I said, capitalistic society we live in. And you don't even start, dude, in the biggest game of your season. In the biggest game, I repeat, the biggest game of your season, you don't start your starting center. I don't know, man. I feel you, Barry. I'm with them too. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they would do that. I think they're idiotic for it. But that's Mark Dagnall. This is his first final. I think that man will figure it out. He is he's a damn good coach. Like that's one thing you got to say about Dagnall. This team, it's no. I was gonna say it's similar, but it's not the same. You maybe have about maybe about two or three players, probably about three players left over from when Billy Donovan coached his team when Billy Donovan was a coach of the Thunder. And there's Donovan didn't get. No, I'm sorry. Oh hell no, I'm tripping. Because that Donovan team had what is it? Paul George, Mister. I never do anything in the playoffs, and Russell Westbrook. That was that iteration of the Thunder. So yeah, he didn't have these people. It's just, man, you got to give Dagnall credit. No, you know what? Yeah, I think his last year, he probably when Billy Donovan's last season with the Thunder, he had SGA, and I think he probably even had Williams. So maybe just one dude, SGA, because they got him when they in the Paul George trade. But I just really feel like Mark will figure it out. I know he's a good coach. It's just here's the thing, right? OKC got punched in the mouth, like I said. Indy knows they punched him in the mouth. Does Rick Carlisle have a game plan that, okay, you saw what I first did to you. I anticipate you to counter what I did in game one. Here's my counter to your counter. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this game two, like, I'm low-key torn, right? Like, I want to watch this shit at my house and like, watch it, but I also want to go shoot pool and watch it at the bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a spot that I go to, whole shots out of North County, and I got a couple other spots that I go to as well, man. Like, I kind of want to go out to what, but I also kind of want to watch this motherfucker at home. I am torn. I got to figure that one out. But y'all, I'm telling you, like, oh, man, like, what are the adjustments that Carlisle's going to make? Because he knows Dagnall's going to make adjustments. He knows that so what's the adjustment to the adjustment is what I'm asking, and I just can't wait to see it. Like, this game, too, man, ooh. And I put it on IG. I put it on there with a 2.3 billion? I think it was 2.3 billion was the ratings for game one. Highest rated postseason game in 28 years. I mean, that's shit. That's a bigger number than when Fakers versus Celtics in 2010. Like, come on, man. Like, I just cannot wait to see what goes on in this game. I'm not gonna lie though. My favorite player on the team though, best player, I think Pascal. I want to see more, man. Like you definitely got to get over that 20 mark. And my cousin, shout out to my cousin Raydell, because he hit me to points, rebounds, and assists when you bet, right? And I kind of like that because when I've done that, I've hit almost all of them except last game. But when you do that, you can do rebounds, you can do points. But when you do that, you're just making one bet on one stat. If you do points, rebounds, assists, it's literally all three stats together to hit one number that you need them to hit. And you got to, of course, are they going to go over that said number that the sports book put down or underneath that number? You have to get that call right. And Pascal consistent fucking will get his points, rebounds, assist number. Like, whatever it is, he will hit it. He will hit the over on that mug. He will do it. Like, dude is good at it. He is great at his job. I just need him to get more points. And Miles let me down on the points and rebounds. Like, I needed the 10. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see, and then Nembhard, right? I gotta give props to Andrew Nembhard. For you to have the balls, to take those in your face threes in in SGA's face or in in Carson's face, in whatever guard that was on him, just to step back and take those and not be too worried about it, in Caruso's face. And Caruso's somebody who will get you want somebody to get you some points, rebounds, assists. That cat can do that. Like Alex Caruso is very good. He is a great player. Now, he was a little low in that game as well, but he gave you 11.6 boards, 2 assists. He was draining, and Nembhard, you got to give him his props because he's draining his shots on one of their best defensive players, which is Caruso. He's draining it literally right on, dude. Man, I cannot wait for it. I can't wait for this to be the game to. That's where I just wanted to say the stupidest line, which is the game two to end all game twos. But man, I legit see it, man. This game might be so good. I don't know if I can play pool and watch this game. I think I got to be. It's either one or the other. Like I can't do both. I don't know. But man, I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. This game will be outstanding. I am so. Another thing I'm torn on, am I going to put something on it? I don't know. I haven't hit shit. I'm sick of not hitting. So I'm not going to lie. I don't like throwing good money after bad. I don't like chasing. But man, Harkenstein. Well, and to be honest with you, Harkenstein only had 9 points, 9 boards, but that's about his. You know, you would think someone who was the starting center would give you more points than Harkenstein gives you, but that's not really him. And maybe that's why Dagnall, the coach, wanted to bench him. I don't know. But it backfired. It definitely effing backfired. And for you, OKC, to have a 20-point lead and give that up. And also, too, my mother slept on the Pacers, right? My mother knows basketball. Like about 90% of what I know about ball, I know through my mother and shit. Like my mother is, she's the reason why I'm a basketball fiend right now. So thank you, Ma. I love you for that. She hasn't been watching the Pacers. We actually in St. Louis, we're blessed. We get Pacer games free. If you have, if you have cable, if you have, some type of sports package, and you get like, the out of market, not out of market, but if you get, there's certain local sports channels that we can get here, and we don't live there, like Memphis. We can get Memphis FanDuel, which also used to be Fox Sports Net. Fox Sports Memphis. We would get that here. Now it's FanDuel. Was Bally Sports. Bally Sports went out of business. Now it's FanDuel. We get the Indiana version of that. We get that. So we get their games here free. But she has free TV. She doesn't have cable. She just has that in streaming services. So she hasn't watched too many Pacer games. But so she doesn't realize how good Halliburton and the Pacers are, and really she doesn't like Halliburton. She doesn't think he's that good. She thinks he's somebody put that damn clip of Urkel hooping, and she thinks that's her Halliburton out there. I mean, it's hilarious, but that's not true. That's the furthest thing from the truth. And here's a true life stat. My man said it again on Beadle and Decker. Jaleel White, he could hoop. He hooped back in the day, and he was good. And I believe you're good. I know you're good if you're hooping, if you go into a high school basically to hoop. You know what I'm saying? And they want you, and you literally that good. Like, so I believe Jaleel White was good at ball. And I'll be honest with you, if you look at that episode where he's playing Urkel, right? And he's goofing around and shit, and he's looking stupid, but the way he's dribbling the ball and throwing it up, it looks like there's some basketball in there. It's not just somebody it's not Jerry Lewis that's out there, lie. No. I'm funny. It's actually, you saw some skill with dude, you know what I mean? So that's how, man, shout out to Jerry Lewis, man. We used to watch the shit out that telethon back in the day, me and my Grammy. You know what I'm saying? Nutty Professor in the house. But yeah, he actually, I feel like Jaleel could, I bet you he could hoop back in the day. I bet you that dude could hoop for real back in the day. I bet you could hoop a little bit now. But yeah, man, she was wrong about that because, again, she hasn't watched dude. Hallie can ball. Hallie can hoop. The dude can hoop. Now, granted, he's not a great. He's only had, I want to say, 2 good games in this. Well, no. He had a good game damn near every game against the Cavs. Cavs couldn't do shit with him. So Cavs, he was balling. So Cavs, he was doing this shit, and he had 1 good game against the Knicks. Other than that, it's kind of been the other players. That's why I keep mentioning these other cats, because I want to see them step up and get more points and do more shine. Matherin, I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying? One I really want to see that is Nesmith. Aaron Nesmith came from us. We drafted him. This team right here, the mighty Boston Celtics, NBA champs, because ain't nobody else won yet. What is it? I want to see him do good because he's been balling and he's good as shit. I want to see him have that game he had against the Knicks in game 1, where he hit all them damn threes and they won it in overtime after that super sick classic shot from Halliburton that pushed it into OT. So Hallie can play. The Pacers are here to play, man. Like I'm legit. I'm legit obligated to put something on him, man, because I keep talking him up so much. So it's like I gotta the word that purple man. I wonder how that purple Urkel was, Joe. Oh, I wonder how that purple Urkel was. By the way, if you didn't know, Urkel is Julian White is starting his own. He has a cannabis strain. What is that old school that Urkel? Purple Urkel was been named after him. So now I guess he has a strain. He has his own like brand, a cannabis brand that he's putting out. So totally here for that. But all I want to say is I feel like I have to put something on them because I know they're good enough to win. This team is good enough to win the championship. I truly believe that. I wish to goodness I jumped on those odds to get them at plus 550. Last time I looked at it, it was plus 275. It dramatically fell after they won game 1. You know what I'm saying? Almost cut in half. So, no, was cut in half. So that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is with tonight's game. 111-110 Indiana Pacers game 1. So if that's game 1, how's game 2, man? Game 2 is probably going. I got a feeling they might score more points. And that's another thing too with these defenses. They're both great defenses. Like they're top 5 best defenses in the damn NBA. In the NBA. Man, and for those of you that are too many threes, I don't like all anything. They don't do that. They both have a calculated measure of both. Now, what you can do, and I think that's what that was a problem with OKC in game 1. You can scare them into taking a lot of fucking threes, almost like the C's got baited and scared into fucking taking all them stupid ass threes that they took and get some fucking Knicks. Yeah. So shit, still dealing with that, but I didn't think it was still sting. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been weeks since that we lost that. I think I know ball, so I talk basketball. I didn't think it would still sting, but it does and shit. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, Joe, you're right. First team to 100 will definitely win. But I don't know. No, Joanna can't even say that because OKC was the first to 100 last game 1, and guess who won? By one damn point. So. The over-under on this ain't no telling. So, yeah, man, I think this game will be outstanding. I am excited for it. I am about to do some I'm going to wrap this show up right quick, do some post-production on this mug, and then shoot me some pool or place a bet, one of the two. And see, here's the thing. I can't just place a bet like everybody else and just do it whenever they want. No, I gotta take time out because I gotta literally drive across the water to do it. I am not downloading those apps. I don't think they're I don't know if FanDuel and DraftKings, if they're all DraftKings has this little pick'em bullshit one that you can do right now. You can download that in Missouri, but I don't know if the main ones are even available for you to download, like the ones that you all use in free states. And also too, man, FanDuel and DraftKings only paid $26.1 million to the state of Missouri, to lawmakers to get that shit put on the books. 26, they got Missouri cheap. They got Missouri cheap. Them motherfuckers, 26 million, they made 26 million in about 2 hours. FanDuel and DraftKings does. respectively. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm not. I don't. I'll go out my way. I will go out my way. I don't need that stuff. I don't need that within an arm's length, arm's reach of me. I know me. So I'm self-aware. But yeah, y'all. Tune in tonight. This should be great. Come on, Ed. That's why I call Edmonton. Come on, Ed. Let's go. Beat Florida. I recorded game 2. I should have watched that mug. I don't know how they gave up that. How they gave up a goal to Marshawn in damn overtime. He got a crucial goal against you in game 1. Like, and Marshawn that's the shit that pisses me off. Like, how the fuck do you just up and leave the Bruins and you're still good? Fuck you, Brad Marchand. I ain't like that. I ain't like how we did it. All right, y'all. Yeah. So, keep smoking. Keep hooping. We'll definitely be back next week. I know it's Father's Day, but yeah, this is a thing I like to do on Father's Day. But yeah, keep smoking, keep hooping. Go Indy. Go Ed, we out.